Hi everyone, today I'm going to talk about a significant woman in the field of science, Marie Curie. She was an important pioneer in the field of radiation, and she was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize in two different categories. The first one it was in the category of physics at 93, and after a couple of years, she won the category of chemistry. She was born at November 7th of 1867 in Poland. And she was an intellectual scientist in the Victorian era. That was a period of important political reforms and also social changes. But in spite of the process, women weren't able to have opportunities in scientific areas. She born in a family of educators in Poland, and they had little money. So she worked as a teacher at night and studied a lot to moved to Paris and entered to a Sorbonne University in French. She was studying underground because women weren't able to study at a men university. But she was the first woman to obtain a PhD degree at a French university. When she came to Paris to study, she met Pierre Curie, and they worked together at the same lab science because she wasn't able to afford the resources to her scientific work, and after a couple of years they fell in love and they got married, and they had two daughters, Irene and Eve. It's important to recognize that Irene was assistant of Mary, and after 8 years, she also won a Nobel Prize. The love scientific work of this marriage it was about the field of radiation, and they studied the properties of uranium because they studied the exposure of the X-rays in solid materials. They discovered two radioactive elements, polonium and uranium. Unfortunately, Pierre died from a horse car accident, but in spite of the solitude and sadness of Mary, she continued. Uh, she continued the research. With her discovery of these two elements, she established the radiation for therapy of cancer treatment. And also with the x-rays, um, she worked with her daughter with mobile machines to the fields of wounded soldiers, and they saved thousands of lives in the First World War. After then, she found the Radium Institute to continue her research, but with the prolonged exposure to the radium, she contracted leukemia and died in the 1934. Now, Mercury is an important role in the science, special for women, and she's an inspiration for all of us today. And that's all for my own. Thanks for your attention.